Abigail over here. I keep saying that in every video and I'm going to keep continuing that. Today I'm going to do a Mahlagha Jaberi video tutorial, and I've been getting requests to do this tutorial since some of my makeup is actually similar to her, and so finally I'm here and I'm doing it. Hopefully you actually think at first look right now that it actually looks a lot like her, because it is kind of a challenging look to pull off since the Jaberi sisters are all really pretty and beautiful. This look is really exciting to fulfill and do. In case people do not know who Mahlagha Jaberi is, or Jaberi, you can pronounce it either way, I guess it's a pronoun. But if you do not know who she is an Iranian model who's become really famous in the Middle East, and all Arabian people know who Mahlagha is. She is linked with the other star of Claudia Links, who people have thought she's Indian or Iranian. Honestly, even I thought she was Indian because she looks a little bit like it, but actually she's Iranian, like Mahlagha Jaberi. They both are really, really beautiful people, so I've been requested to do one of them. And I hope you enjoy it. Bye, and I'll meet you at the end of the video. Okay, so to start off this tutorial, you want to first tie your hair so that there's no hair on your face and no foundation gets on your hair. Next, for the Mahlagha Jaberi tutorial, she has really big eyes and she does this by wearing contacts. She actually has brown eyes like me. So I'm going to be using, instead of the natural colored gray lenses that I normally use, I'm going to be using a very bright blue contact today. As you can see, I put my lenses on. For this look, the Mahlagha Jaberi look, it's compulsory to wear lenses unless you already have natural gray or blue eyes, then you don't need to do it. So what I try to do is that the solution tends to go into my eyes. I want your eyes to be completely dry, so you just take a tissue and wipe the underneath of your eye. Always put your lenses before you do your makeup because then no pigments or foundation powder goes in your fingers and affects your eyes. So first, you want to start with moisturizing your face. I use a Revlon. I don't know if you get it in other parts of the world, but it is available in the US and in Canada. Apply some on your face just so that the foundation doesn't have too much of a direct contact with your face. Apply some on your neck as well. Once you're done with moisturizing your face, the thing about Mahlagha Jaberi is that actually she doesn't wear a lot of makeup. Most of the tutorials I've seen on YouTube do a lot of makeup, and I don't think that's really appropriate for the Mahlagha Jaberi tutorial because she always looks like it's natural. So I'm going to show you how to make yourself look natural without so much foundation. Now first, I used to have acne, so the scars have remained on my face, so I'm first going to conceal the scars with Maybelline New York Mineral Power Concealer. And I'm going to apply it in dots to my face because I don't want too much of it. And just put it on the parts of your face that you feel are inconsistent to the rest of your skin. Now I don't put a hell lot of too much, just that it got good coverage, and use your fingers instead of a brush to put this out through because then it acts like a cream, not as a foundation where it looks caked on top of your face. Once you're done applying that all over your face, not all over but just in some parts, you want to leave the foundation for last. I usually, for most of my looks, I leave my foundation for last so that when I touch my face it won't leave any fingerprints marks or wavering parts where the foundation's here and you can see the little fingerprint. I don't like that, so I leave my foundation for last, and I would recommend anyone doing that right now. So before you do anything, I recommend doing your lipstick first. I'm going to use Clinique Stay Matte Oil-Free Makeup. I'm using 08 Golden Neutral. This was actually for summer, but I like using it since it matches my skin. I'll apply very little on my brush because I'm putting this for my lips, and just rub this all over my lips. This creates a clean canvas for the pigment of the lipstick you're going to use to stand out more. I'm going to use my NYX Pallete lipsticks. It comes with 6 swatches of lipstick. I'm going to use the lightest and then apply this on your lips. If you do not have the NYX palette, I recommend you buy Revlon 002. It's very light pink, very nude-ish girly color. Or L'Oreal 814. It's also a very nice natural color. Usually Mahlagha always goes for natural based lipsticks. Next, we're going to use a lip liner, and that's how Mahlagha usually wears her lips. She likes making her lips look really big and dramatic, and so I'm going to do that too. Using a lip liner pencil from LA Colors in P507 in dark brown. It's really dark. So what I'm going to do is line the outside of my lips like this. You don't have to be really perfect. You have to reapply the light color in your lips. And blend in the lip liner. Once you blend in the lip liner, just redefine your cupid's bow because that's what stands out the most in Mahlagha Jaberi's lips. And then if you have any shimmer that you don't want, just take a tissue and dab your lips once. And the shimmer becomes really matte looking. That's how you get Mahlagha Jaberi lips. Moving on to the second most prominent feature in Mahlagha's face is her eyebrows. They're really wide, extravagant, really big and exotic. And we're going to try to get that. So I'm going to use gel eyeliner. You can use any you want. I used Maybelline Eye Studio because it's the blackest I've found. And I'm going to use a brush that is pointy, not fluffy. Now what you want to do first is look at a picture of Mahlagha Jaberi to see how her eyebrows are shaped. She has a very high arch, and so that's what we're going to try to achieve in this look. The next step you want to do is also branch in your eyebrows inwards because Mahlagha doesn't have very short eyebrows. Feather your eyeliner out, filling in the arch. So this is how the eyebrows look. I know it looks really funny right now, but it'll get better. Now, to make your eyebrows look more professional, what you want to do is actually use any really bright concealer or bright liquid foundation, and I'm going to be using Fresh Complexion G. It's really lighter than my skin, and that'll actually define the eyebrows much better. You don't need lots of it, just little. And then take any flat brush you have. You can even use one that is thinner than this if you do not like big brushes. Use something smaller, like a concealer brush, and blend it down towards your eye to give it more of an even look. Next, you want to use any concealer. I've got this new pack from Mineral Oil. I'm going to show you how it looks on the inside. It's Makeup Palette 15 Concealer Colors. You just open it. The pack comes out. Cerise. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I think it's Cerise, if it's French, not sure. Or Cerciol. And this is how it looks. And when you open it, for any skin color or any type, you can use these concealers. And if you want contouring and you want to use more of a paste, you got the colors over here. They're really like multicultural friendly. I'm gonna use something that's a little brighter than my eye or my skin color. So I'm gonna be using this down here. And you don't need a lot of this because actually this packs on a lot on your bristles. Just apply it all over your eye and underneath. This acts as a primer and you have a clean canvas to work on now. Now to get into the eyeshadow part, I'm going to be using an NYC New York Color Individual Eyes. And what I'm going to be using from this is actually this white shimmery part, which is like a pasty shimmer and it's not an eyeshadow. And how I'm going to use it is that I'm going to put it on my finger and apply it to only the top of my lids, which lie right under the eyebrow. And this gives it a really bright shimmer effect. Apply it a little bit to the inside of your under eyebrow, to the corners. Also use this on your inner corners of your eyes just to make it bigger and make it pop a little more. Make sure you spread it evenly a little towards your inner eye so that it doesn't look like you just blotted a lot of glitter in one place. As you can see, this makes the eye pop a little more, makes it more brighter, bigger, makes you look more livelier, and that's the trick that Mahlagha always uses. Next, for the eyes, I'm going to be using a stacked on tiny brush like that. And I've never shown anyone actually my brushes, but they come in a case like this. Falling. And I don't really know where it's from because my mom got it for me. Try buying a case like that and you get all the brushes that you actually want. It's best to order online because you get more affordable prices. You have to be smart when you spend money. Next, I'm gonna use a very neutral color that's probably my skin color. I'm gonna be using this over here and just apply it all over my eyes, but only on my eyelid. Apply some to your crease only to make it look like there isn't such a deep shadow. Next, we're going to start using our blending brush. I would use something that doesn't have much residue and is clean, like this. It's pretty much clean, doesn't have any residue. And I'm going to use something that's a little pinkish and a little brown at the same time. And I'm going to take really a little of it because we don't want the red to look too standing out because it'll make you look groggy. I'm going to apply it on my outer crease, going halfway into my lid, and I'm going to show you. And spread it out in your crease, only halfway through like that. Just blend it. For this, if you do not have the NYC palette and you need a little of that red that I showed, it's okay, you can go for a brown neutral color, it doesn't matter. Then go back to the skin color shade that you used and go over it so that now it'll look a little more natural other than the red standing out. Like that. And so now the colors are not so vibrant and they look a little more natural. Next, we're going to step into eyeliner. I like using liquid eyeliner for this look mainly because it gives a more sharper look and it's not wavery or clumpy. It's just straight to the point and straight lines. So I'm going to be using that. But if you prefer using gel, go ahead. I'm going to be using Essence liquid eyeliner. I found that this is the blackest, and if you use a makeup remover, it removes quickly. So the trick to the Mahlagha Jaberi look is that you start off from the end of your eye first, not the middle. And your eye ends over here, but just go a little bit beyond that to make your eyes seem bigger and go up. So you first start with that little line first to see if it's okay. Don't branch it out too much. That will be done later. And then once you're done with that, use the liquid eyeliner to make a tip at your inner corners. But do it really lightly. Like that. Once you're done with the outer corner and the inner corner, now we can use gel eyeliner. I'm going to be using a really pointy brush. Dip it in your pot, gel eyeliner, like the one I used before for my eyebrows. If anyone's living in the US or if they can order this online, I prefer if people ordered or got Inglot black eyeliner because that's the best. And just line the inside of your eye. Once you do the inside of your eye, now you can play around with how thick you want the eyeliner to be. Mahlagha Jaberi actually wears a thick amount of eyeliner, so I'm going to just do it right now. Now is when you can branch out the eye. That's how your eyes look for now. The next thing you want to do is use a very medium brown tone eyeshadow like that. Or you could go darker if you prefer. Use a very thin brush and just line the top of your eyeliner like a second eyeliner but on top of it. Once you're done lining on top of your eyeliner, you go over your eyeliner with a liquid eyeliner instead of a gel, just to make it redefined. And now you already know the outline, so you don't have to work hard to get the eyeliner shape. After you're done with the eyeliner, take any white eyeliner that you have. I'm going to be using Soft Kohl Kajal eyeliner pencil from Rimmel, and it's really white. And I'm going to be using it on my under eye. Now what you want to do with this one is put it all over your under eye, including the lid, and bring it underneath your eyeliner. When you're done doing that, your eyes will look like this, and then you want to smudge the white into your skin using any clean brush or a brush with the skin color eyeshadow. Apply the white inside your eye as well next. And your eye will look like this, nice and bright and poppy. Then you want to use any residue of gel eyeliner on your gel eyeliner brush. Do not add more because we don't want the eyeliner to be too dark under your eyes. And just below the waterline where your lash line is, put a little of a line of gel eyeliner and make the under eye darker. Then go in and start darkening only the outside part and blend it in. That's how your eyes will look. As you can see, there's white on the inside, white on the outside, and right in the middle where your lash line is where a little of the eyeliner is placed. Now you are officially done with your eyes, but we cannot forget mascara and false eyelashes. I'm going to be applying my adhesive, which is Revlon. I find this to be the best adhesive ever because once it dries off clear, so it doesn't leave any white marks or anything, and you don't need to redo your band line. Now Mahlagha doesn't like really wearing a lot of thick eyelashes. She likes keeping it to the minimum and making it look more natural. And so we're going to be using more of a natural, non-thick eyelash, such like this. You can buy them at your nearby drugstore. And if you find anything that looks a little bit more natural, go ahead and get it because Mahlagha never wears really thick eyelashes. She wears things that are more natural. I'm going to apply it on the lash line. Now I'm going to skip on to doing my mascara and waiting for the eyelashes to get a little tacky. The most important is actually use an eyelash curler to curl your eyes before you put mascara, and this is with no mascara, it just automatically stays up like that. For this look, I'm going to be using the Twist Push Up, the company Morrison. I'm going to first apply mascara to the top of my lashes. And the best secret is to shuffle the bristles into your lashes and bring it down. Just keep doing that. Once you got a good coat on your upper lashes, bring it up at the low, like normal, from underneath. And you can see the difference. This one's a little bit more up, and that one's a little less thick. Eyelash curling really does the trick for these kind of eyes. If you by mistake forget, you can also eyelash curl once you also put your mascara, and then it'll look like that. Then you also want to put mascara on your lower lashes because Mahlagha really has long lower eyelashes and she really puts a lot of mascara on them. Now you can apply your false eyelashes. For the eyelashes, for Mahlagha, she applies it more to the end rather than the beginning. I would recommend anyone using a tweezer because that's the easiest, but you could also use your fingers. And putting eyelashes is actually optional. You don't really have to do it, especially when you do eyelash curling. I don't think it's really much needed. And that's how it'll look. It looks a little blotchy now because the adhesive hasn't dried yet, but it will come together soon. Just remember, apply more to the end. As you can see, it's all the way down to the end instead of applying it first from the front. That's the secret of big eyes. And that's how it looks once you put the fake eyelashes. Once you're done with the eyes, you want to move now to foundation, which is the most important part. I'm sorry if my hair is really messy. I just have a step cut, so it tends to frizz out at the sides. Now I'm going to use my Clinique as I showed in the beginning, and I'm going to put a little amount because I don't like using actually a lot of foundation, and neither does Mahlagha Jaberi. I'm going to put very little inside this big fluffy brush. I'm going to put the foundation in circular motions around my face. As you can see, I put such a little amount of foundation for the half of my face, and I'm going to put that same amount for this next side of my face. Very little amount. It only looks big because I spread it around the brush. And then apply it in circular motions, the way you did on the other side of your face. And apply some on your neck as well. Make sure you've covered all parts of your face, including your forehead and temples. And your nose. Take some of your foundation and also apply it under your nose where the nostrils are. So now your full face is covered. And that is only with very little amount of foundation, which is awesome. It doesn't look too caked on. It doesn't look too unnatural, if you get what I mean. Now, the next part is that we're going to contour. Mahlagha Jaberi is mostly known for her very tiny nose, big lips, and big eyes. And now we're going to do the contouring of our nose because mine, for one, is not tiny. And I'm going to be using any thin brush I have, for example like this. It shouldn't be too big. And I'm going to put any contouring powder I have which is dark. You can also feel free to use eyeshadow for contouring if you don't have the contouring palette, and use a little of that. And this is how you make your nose look tinier. Also work on your nostrils. If they're a little bigger, you go on the side and cut it in half, like that, and then branch it out to the rest of your nose. A shadow on your skin, like as if it's a little darker on your nose. Now, as you can see, it looks really funny, but then you're going to use your two fingers. I prefer using fingers, some people prefer using brushes, and I'm going to start rubbing my nose the way the line takes me, meaning like this around my nose. Watch, and hopefully it works out for everyone at home who uses their fingers. See, the nose looks a lot slender right now. I cannot copy exactly like Mahlagha Jaberi, but if you really want to get her look, I would suggest you take a little black eyeshadow and make your nostrils a little deeper. I'm not going to do that, but it usually works if you want your nostrils to look like they're facing up, like hers. Just put it around this section. I'm not going to do it though. Next, you want to take a nice big fluffy brush like this, nice and big. To make sure the contouring really doesn't stand out that much, just take a little bit of your skin color powder, like here, dab very little on it, and just brush it across your nose. This takes out the concentration of all that contouring, just makes it a little bit more natural. Use a skin color foundation, dip your finger in it, and run it down the bridge of your nose. And that's all you need for your nose right now. Now we're going to go on to contouring the face. For this look, I would suggest using a fan brush. If you don't have a fan brush, feel free to use these small stacked on brushes. And what you do next is that you dip a little bit of it in your contouring powder. Don't do too much because you'll end up having a very deep line across your face. Now, Mahlagha Jaberi has prominent cheekbones which are very high. For me, I actually do have high cheekbones, so I'm going to make my cheekbones seem higher because her face is really thin and mine is kind of roundish. Go above your normal bone. As you can see, mine lies over here, but I'm going to go a little bit above over here. makes you look like you have high cheekbones and as if you're doing that. Next, you want to contour your chin, your jaw. Don't use a fan brush, that will take too long. Use any saffron brush like this. Now we're going to move on to blush. For blush, I suggest using a big brush with fluff, as you can see. And I suggest using any skin tone neutral light pink bronzer colored blush. I'm going to be using a mousse based blush. It's by Maybelline New York Dream Mousse Blush 20 Peach Satin. And I'm going to show you the color inside. It's really pretty. It's really light pink. Like, it's not too concentrated on. Dip a little bit of that and apply it from up down, but not going all the way until your full cheek. You want to just go it like this. Like that. Why I suggest using a big fluffy brush is that whatever blush you put on, that will merge with the contouring, and if any harsh lines are remaining, it will totally blend it and make it look natural. Apply some blush to your chin as well, to your lower of your nose, and to your forehead in the middle. Mahlagha always makes sure that her skin looks extra shiny, extra clean, and very porcelain. So what we're going to be doing is using some last minute touch-ups with the same NYC palette that I used on my lids before. I'm going to be using the paste shimmer, using my clean finger, and I'm going to apply some of that paste to the highlights of my cheekbones where the light hits, which is over here, as you can see. And just blend it in. That creates a little bit of shine to your cheek. And I'm going to be using that right on my chin, on my tip of my nose, and a little bit on my forehead. Last but not least, I will use some on my Cupid's bow. And then I'll go back with my lip liner to redefine the Cupid's bow. And if any smudging is needed, just go ahead and do it. Now you are actually really done with your look finally, and you're just going to add on a little jewelry. I would actually go ahead with choosing really Arabian style jewelry since Mahlagha is Iranian. And then let go of your hair because Mahlagha likes to show off her long hair. And she really messes it around the place. It's not really always in one direction. And bring it to the front.
Know what it took to leave me. Now I wanna know, why would you fall? Why would you goodbye? And it starts to snow in the streets of Mexico. Goodbye. I am left alone in the streets of Mexico. wanna know what it took to leave me. Now I wanna know, why would you fall? Why would you goodbye? And it starts to snow in the streets of Mexico. Goodbye, I am left alone in the streets of Mexico. Goodbye, and it starts to snow in the streets of Mexico. Goodbye, I am left alone in the streets of Mexico.
Now you are officially done with your Mahlagha Jaberi look, and just play with your hair. Don't make it all go in one direction because Mahlagha actually has messy hair and she loves it that way. Always make sure it's either straight or curled at the end, and that's it. And please don't forget to subscribe, send requests, share, repost, and thumbs up if you like the video. And please don't forget to follow me and subscribe to me on Facebook. It's a page where I go at all updates and upload Instagram pictures. Follow me on Instagram, I update that 24/7. Twitter, Keek. Keek is where I upload lots of videos, funny ones, ridiculous ones, sometimes makeup ones, and I sing on the other hand. So please follow me over there. And Twitter is where I post all my updates, what's going on in my life. But anyways, I hope you get satisfied with this video, and I hope that it's a lot like Mahlagha Jaberi, and thumbs up if you think that I had completed the look successfully, and hopefully you enjoyed the tutorial, and hopefully this is easy for you to do at home. I'm gonna see you next time. Bye! I've been getting requests to do this too, and your eye ends here. For most of my looks, I leave my foundation. I'm moving on to the second most extravagant from Mahlagha Jaberi. Now moving Mahlagha's eyes is her eyebrows, because they really vibe. If you want contouring and you want to use and if you want, I'm going to be using really pointy brush. You go over it. You go over your. Using any clean brush or blush or a brush, I'm going to be applying my put your mascara on it, and it'll look like that, because Mahlagha really has. Is where I get all my updates. Is where I post all my updates. Star Claudia link. Take some of your foundation and also apply it under your nose where the nostrils are. If you get what I mean. Honestly, even I thought. But any bronzing, any dark, you can also feel free if they're a little bigger than if they're a little. Hopefully you enjoy the look. Hopefully it works out. Next, you want to take a lovely big fluffy eyeliner to make sure that the contouring doesn't really stand. So finally I'm here, and finally I'm doing it. Now you're finished with your look, and run it down the bridge, because it is kind of Mahlagha a bronzer. And also follow me on Facebook. Mahlagha since the Mahlagha. And I hope that this, and I'll meet you at the end of, apply She's in line with the most gorgeous. She hides in the Middle East and in the Middle East. Hopefully I got the look done. Hopefully it looks a bit like Mahlagha Jaberi. Hopefully and have a good day, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. So this is the finished look in case you guys hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I hope it was real helpful. Please subscribe to and follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and hopefully Keek. I upload random videos, sometimes funny, and I do sideline singing. Like a Jaberi tutorial. She's in line with the most famous and gorgeous, if you don't know who Claudia Link, she's also a pretty gorgeous from Iran girl, and feel free to look her up on Google, and hopefully you enjoy, and I'll see her wide set eyebrows, her big eyes, her tiny nose, and her big luscious lips. And that's what I'll see you at the end of the video. I'll see you soon in my next tutorial. Bye. Bye. Obrigada. Bye. Obrigada. 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 Obrigada.
Here's your